The iPhone 14 was panned by critics who said it was overpriced and offered no new features worth the premium. It seems like Apple has finally had some good luck for once, and the company will have to have more to brag about with the iPhone 15 than simply the dynamic island, which is now standard on all models. So today, join us as we discuss what the iPhone 15 will bring. Solid-state buttons. On the next iPhone 15, Apple will remove the physical volume and power buttons and replace them with solid-state buttons that use haptic motors to offer input to the user. Many of us have been waiting a long time to witness this, but due to a lack of information, we thought we had to wait years before it finally happened. Nevertheless, with Ku's tweet, everything changed. The tweet reads, "My latest survey indicates that the volume button and power button of two high-end iPhone 15/2H23 new iPhone models may adopt a solid-state button design, similar to the home button design of iPhone 7, 8, SE 2 and 3, to replace the physical/mechanical button design. Taptic engines, which offer force feedback to make users feel like they are hitting real buttons, would reportedly be installed on the left and right inside sides of the upcoming iPhones." Well, keep your ears and eyes peeled since we'll be talking about some fascinating new developments in the design soon.
I cannot wait.
As you are bracing yourself for more, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for other Apple content. Display. A cutting-edge Samsung display with an astounding brightness of 2,500 nits might be included in the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Oh, that's bright.
Even Samsung's own recently unveiled Galaxy S23 series would pale in comparison to this on the market.
Finally, some real competition.
A maximum brightness of 1,750 nits is offered by all Galaxy S23 versions. The iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max are limited to 1,600 nits for HDR content indoors and 1,000 nits outside in a constrained outdoor mode. Yet we were told that this would only apply to Pro models. Improved design. More details have emerged about yet another redesign coming to the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will have narrower side bezels than the iPhone 14 Pro. Therefore, it seems to reason that less bezels would result in a larger display. But this won't be a revolutionary development, considering that the most recent iPhones already have a nearly bezel-free design. No information has been provided, however, as to whether the regular iPhone 15 or the iPhone 15 Plus will get these updates. Also, the new features, like Dynamic Island, will be included in all iPhone 15 models. The rumored screen size for the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro is 6.1 inches, while the iPhone 15 Plus and 15 Pro Max are believed to have 6.7-inch displays. There's more. The well-known 3D artist Ian Zelbo has teamed up with 9to Mac to provide a possible preview of the iPhone 15 Pro leaked image. Images of the iPhone 15 Pro show that its bezels are much narrower than those of the iPhone 14 Pro. In contrast to previous iPhones, the rear glass and frame now have rounded corners. Both the volume rocker and the alert slider have been updated in the mock-ups. The most notable difference is the addition of a USB Type-C connection, which will eventually replace the Lightning port. How the USB-C will look has been revealed in a leaked picture, and we will share it with you soon, so keep watching. Specs. A new chipset, the A17 Bionic chip, is being introduced. As last year, Apple will likely make a sharp distinction between the Pro and non-Pro versions of the iPhone. It indicates the next iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will have the same high-end processor as last year's models, the Apple S16 Bionic, while the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, both Pro models, will have Apple's latest A17 Bionic processor.
This will help a lot.
The A17 Bionic chipset from Apple is likely to be built on TSMC's 3nm design, which would result in massive improvements in both performance and efficiency. To that aim, the next generation of Apple's Pro iPhones should have longer battery life than the present generation. Memory on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will be increased by Apple. The forthcoming flagship iPhones will include 8GB RAM to complement the 3nm A17 CPU, up from the 6GB RAM in the iPhone 14 Pro versions. According to reports, 6 GB of RAM will continue to be standard in the base iPhone model. It is also expected that this year's models will employ the Qualcomm X75G modem, since Apple will not be able to mass-produce its long-rumored in-house 5G modem chips in time for the iPhone 15 series. A delay in Apple's planned 2023 mass production launch of its own bespoke 5G modems has been blamed on the company's modem team's current struggle with overheating.
Bummer.
Wi-Fi 6E, which has been accessible on the iPad Pro 11 and 12.9 for the last year, will finally make its way into the next generation of iPhones. Broadcom is a potential supplier for Apple's Wi-Fi 6E chips in the next iPhone 15 series. It has perks that you'll like having on your iPhone. For instance, faster wireless speeds, less latency, and fewer disruptions to signals are all possible benefits. This functionality requires a Wi-Fi 6E router to be in use. In addition, a 48 megapixels camera may eventually make it to one of the non-Pro variants. Moreover, a periscope camera will be added to increase the zooming capacity. Bye-bye to Lightning port. In 2023, when the EU mandates a standard charging connector for all smartphones, we can expect Apple to ditch the antiquated Lightning port in favor of USB-C with the iPhone 15 Pro and Ultra. Most modern devices are charged using USB Type-C standards. Therefore, this would enable users to travel with fewer connections. The iPhone 15 Pro is expected to have markedly improved transfer rates thanks to its compatibility with at least USB 3.2 and Thunderbolt 3. Video and other file transfers will be faster on iPhone 15 Pro devices after the update. However, a leaked image has shown the first glimpse of the real iPhone 15 Pro chassis with a built-in USB-C connector. Although it is not difficult to picture how a USB-C port on an iPhone might seem, it is intriguing to see leaked parts. You have to give Apple a thumbs up based on everything we have covered so far. It seems that the majority of the functionality will only be available on professional models, which is logical. Apple undoubtedly wants to differentiate its Pro models from the competition. Which feature are you most anticipating? Tell us in the comments section below.